Levan Saginashvili may be in big trouble against Ermes Gasparini. Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Pradeep from Arm Wrestling News. King of the Table 6 is only 24 hours away. If you want to watch the matches live, if you want to purchase the pay-per-view, now is the best time and the best place is the link in the description. Let's start with the prediction videos. All three matches in this video, I'm going to give my opinions, my predictions for the first time here. So Sabin Badulescu, the Romanian versus the Ukrainian/American Pavlo Derbedyenyev. Pavlo is a really strong monster. He does one-arm pull-ups. He not only does that, he does them with weights in his other hand, and that too with a jerking, explosive motion. That guy is just a beast, and now I think for the first time, he's over 260 pounds and he's still equally explosive. That is going to be probably one of the closest matches. I'm not sure if Sabin or Pavlo are the most technical arm wrestlers out there who can make changes during the match and make it even more exciting. But the level of the athletes, the perfect match, the close match thing, I think that match can steal match of the night. It is going to be really close. Sabin Badulescu got busted for steroids in 2018 WAF. Since then, he has not competed. He competed in the tournament, King of the Table tournament in Dubai, and there he won. He had a good match against Larry Wheels. That says a lot about his performance 4 months ago or whenever that happened. So at that time, Sabin was not that strong. But now, for sure, he must have improved a lot. Has he improved enough to get back to his previous shape where he pinned Levan Saginashvili fresh for fresh in a tournament? I don't think so. He doesn't look that fit, but of course he's strong and he's experienced. Not saying that Pavlo isn't, but he has much more higher level experience than Pavlo. So I think a close match in a war, I may just go with Pavlo in this one. So I will say 4-2 Pavlo Derbedyenyev will take this match. The next match is Denis Cyplenkov versus John Brzenk. The biggest comeback match. Great rivalry. John dominated the first 2 years. Denis Cyplenkov got one final win. It is only one pin, but it is the final one. So that is why we cannot really say that John was the last person to have that upper hand. Of course, John has a much better record against Denis. Everyone is saying, 70% polls are saying that John is just going to get swept by Denis. I don't believe so. Denis is himself saying that he's only 75%. 75% Denis off his peak shape, 25% away from his peak shape. I don't think there is any chance, if Denis is telling the truth, that he can beat John Brzenk. That just simply cannot happen. I don't think anyone other than Levan at 75% in this world can beat Denis. Like 25% is a huge margin. I hope Denis is more than that. And if you're a John Brzenk fan, if you want John to win, I'm kind of a fan of both of these athletes. I love Denis Cyplenkov, and John, if he retires with another win over Denis, that would be amazing. Not saying that I want him to retire, but that would be amazing in his career. If Denis loses this match, that will be heartbreaking to know that when you are 41, 42 years old and you cannot beat a 58-year-old John Brzenk, that is going to hurt a lot, man. Yes, it is easy to say that nobody loses by losing to the GOAT. But I don't think this is the case here. Denis is also a very super accomplished, super heavyweight arm wrestler in this world. I think John will force Denis to the King's move in the first round. Because Denis is not someone who initiates the King's move. He tries to hold people when he is literally shaking and he has no other option, then he switches to the King's move. I think this is what is going to happen, and John may even get a good enough position that Denis may not be able to engage the King's move early. So this is a close match, a really close match. I would probably go with John Brzenk. No, Denis Cyplenkov 4-2 or 5-1. 5-1 would be my final thought. John winning the first match. I don't think there is going to be any comeback from John. Like if John loses the first 2-3 rounds, then he makes a comeback and beats Denis. I just simply cannot see that happening. But there is a good chance. Denis Cyplenkov does not have that great cupping because of his thick hand, and he relies on outside pronation. John can take Denis's hand all day long. at least in the first round. After he gets tired with the king's move, I don't think there will be much hope left for John after that. But for now, I'm going with the Denis 5 pins to 1. Levan Saginashvili versus Ermes Gasparini, the match for the #1 arm wrestler in the world. Levan overall champ of the world, Ermes East versus West interim champ. I think Jerry is the champ, or Ermes also holds this title. Something crazy, but Ermes can be easily top 3 in the world. He's already considered #2. I don't think there is anyone in the world except for maybe Zaur who can give Ermes a fight at this point. He is the clear #2. And being that much confident while holding Dave Chaffee here near the pad, that says a lot. But Dave was able to take Ermes almost to the pad. The thing is that we have not seen Levan just side pressure through his opponents without his wrist. Levan likes to add some cup and then top roll his opponents. We saw that against Vitaly Laletin. When Levan went sideways without gaining cup, nothing moved. Vitaly stopped him right in the center. After that, Levan went back, got over him, added some cup, then beat him. Against Dmitry Trubin, you may see Dmitry knocks Levan off center, and I know Levan is on a completely different level right now. But it is a style thing. Maybe you can never change your style so much. If that was Levan's weakness back then, you add 20-30% power to that, 20% power to that, that may still be his weakness. So Dmitry Trubin takes him to here, then Levan climbs, adds some cup and beats him. If Ermes is able to stop Levan's climbing with his fingers, if he's able to stop his cupping, I don't think with back pressure or side pressure. With side pressure, I don't think Levan can do what Dave Chaffee did. Just side pressure Ermes to the pad without a wrist. I think the side pressure will be blocked by Ermes and it can get interesting after that. People are saying that Ermes will win 1 round and after that Levan will win 5-1. I'm like, how? If Ermes takes the first round, if he does some damage, if he loosens up Levan's wrist, I don't think there is a coming back from that position. Then Levan may be in big trouble. I'm telling you guys, it is possible. For sure, the first round is going to stop. Or maybe I'm just hoping it does, because Ermes Gasparini is my favorite arm wrestler by far the favorite arm wrestler in this world. Man, it's difficult to say. No one, I don't remember anyone taking a match more emotionally, more seriously than what Ermes Gasparini is doing right now. Even with the measurements with Levan Saginashvili. And by the way, his arm looks comparable to Levan. When Devon was against Levan, his arm looked skinny in front of Levan. And Ermes Gasparini is looking comparable despite being outweighed by Levan by more than 60 kilos, almost 60 kilos. That is a big deal. His wrist is almost as thick. His palm is not as wide. There is a considerable gap. His forearm is almost as thick. Ermes Gasparini is crazy and he's always saying only quality, my friend. But Levan, there is no only quality. There is fat is there as well. Man, I hope Ermes shows us something, but I am always favoring the defending champion. For me, if it is announced and still the champion, I'm one of those weird ones. It gives me that extra boost of thrill when a champion defends. First round closed like Vitaly versus Levan 2018. After that, I think Levan may be able to climb. Levan needs to climb in the first round. He climbs and then he beats Ermes Gasparini. I'll say 6-0. And I'm doubtful. I'm not betting on this one. Levan has made me a lot of money in 6-0 shutout stakes. I bet on Levan beating Chaffee 6-0. I bet on Levan beating Devon 6-0. And he has made me like $500. But I'm not betting on this match. There is a possibility that I'm about to cough, man. There is a possibility that Ermes cracks that wrist. That's why I'm not betting. And that's my prediction. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Pay-per-view link is once again in the description. So Pablo 4-2, Denis 5-1, Levan 6-0. Thanks. Bye.